Paul's talking about saved by faith, man. Faith is keeping the commandments, man. What is that? Sirach. You know what that is? Get that for me real quick, man. Because people don't understand what Paul's talking about, man. When Paul say you're saved by faith, man. What is faith? It's faith, guess what? Because I can have faith in what? I can have faith in a man. I can have faith in the universe. I can have faith in all sorts of different things, man. What is faith, man? Because a lot of people say they got faith, but they don't truly know what they worship. That's what Yahweh Shah was talking about. Ye worship, ye know not what, man. You don't know what you got faith in, man. You might trust in yourself. You're gonna fall right there, man.
Right. Sirach, chapter 32 and verse 24. He that believeth in the Lord taketh heed to the commandment, and he that trusteth in him shall fare never the worst.
So if you trust in the Lord, you're gonna fail never the worst, man. You're gonna never fail the worst, man. Let me get that in Sirach, chapter 1 and 26. You got a precept after that, you can get that. Or if you got it anyways.
Sirach, chapter 1 and verse 26. Sirach.
Yeah, 1 and 26.
Sirach chapter 1 and verse 26. If thou desire wisdom, keep the commandments, and the Lord shall give her unto thee.
So the Bible says if you want wisdom, keep the commandments, and the Lord shall give her unto thee. Why is that? Give me 1 Peter chapter 2, verse number 1. Because you can't come out here and try to get the deep, dark parables, man. You might just need the sincere milk of the scriptures, man. The deep, dark parables, the Lord will give you that over time as you gradually grow as a newborn babe, man. Let me get that real quick.
1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 1. Wherefore, laying aside all malice and all guile and hypocrisies and envies and all evil speakings, as newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. If so be ye have tasted the Lord is gracious.
That the Lord is gracious, man. You need the sincere milk of the scriptures, man. You need to know how to serve God, man. Let me get that in Sirach, chapter 19, verse number 24, man. You got to understand that you need sincere milk. You can't give a baby a T-bone damn steak, man, and expect the baby to eat it with no teeth. The baby needs milk so he can grow, and as he gradually growing, man, you can progressively keep giving him more. That's how you are spiritually when you come to the Lord, man. Because when you want wisdom, the Lord got to grow that thing, man. Let me get that Sirach 19, verse number 24, man.
Sirach chapter 19 and verse 24. He that has small understanding and fears God is better than one that have much wisdom and transgresseth the law of the Most High.
Because he's not a newborn babe. He don't know how to please the Lord. That's why it's better to have small understanding. If you know how to just serve the Lord by, guess what? Going into the commandments, understanding what the Lord requires of you, you're better than somebody that knows everything about the Bible and don't understand God's law, man. Because a lot of people add and take away from the law a lot, man. But we can't be doing that thing. That's why you got to be a babe, man. You got to precept.
James chapter 1 and verse 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him.
That's what it says in Sirach. The Bible literally says the same thing in different places, man. If you want wisdom, it comes from the Lord, man. All you got to do is ask. You got a precept? Okay. So all you got to do is ask the Lord, and he'll give it to you, man. You know, but you got to be meek and humble, man, so the Lord can work with you, man. What you got?
Right, the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6 and verse verse 1. Hear therefore, O ye kings, and understand. Learn ye that be judges of the ends of the earth.
Because it says that we are the judges of the earth, man. We are the one true judges of the earth, man. Because it was given to us, man. We were given the law, man. So that's how we know we can judge righteously, man. Keep going.
Give ear, ye that rule the people, and glory in the multitude of nations. For power is given you of the Lord.
Nah, myself.
For power is given you of the Lord, and sovereignty from the highest. Who shall try your works and search out your counsels? Because, being ministers of his kingdom, ye have not judged aright, nor kept the law, nor walked after the counsel of God.
Because why is it saying that? Give me that in Second Ezra, if I'm not mistaken, chapter, I think it's is it a 9? Yeah, 9 and 32, man. Let me get why is it saying that, man? We don't keep the law. Because obviously, if I ask a so-called black person walking in America, do you have to keep the commandments? They say no. Jesus Christ fulfilled all things. Well, that's a lie. Because there's still some things in the Old Testament that still has to, fulfill. Isaiah 14, man. The promises made to Israel, man. All the things that the prophet spoke about, man. All that is not fulfilled yet. But we don't understand these things because we don't keep the laws of God, man. Give me that Second Ezra 9 and 32.
Second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 32. But our fathers which received the law kept it not.
Yeah, what?
Kept it not, and observed not thy ordinances. And though the fruit of the law did not perish, neither could it, for it was thine. Yet they that received it perished, because they kept not the thing that was sown in them.
So the law is supposed to be in our hearts, man. It's supposed to be on our hearts, man. That's circumcision, man. That's you inwardly, not outwardly, man. You need to be, guess what? Keeping the laws of God so you get wisdom, man. But we understand that, like it says, wisdom is too high for a fool. Only a fool would not want to come hear the words of the Lord, man. Let me get that in Proverbs chapter 1, verse number 20, man. Let me get that in Proverbs 1 and 20, man. Wisdom crieth in the streets. We're in a cheap place of concourse with a microphone that you could probably hear all the way down the street. Who wants to hear wisdom, man? That's what Solomon gave his mind to. Knowing what? Wisdom. He didn't give his mind over to, well, you know, if you know, you know, but he gave his mind to wisdom, man. Give me that in Proverbs 1 and 20.
Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 20. Wisdom cried without. She uttereth her voice in the streets.
In the what?
In the streets.
Where we at?
In the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
What is Christmas?
How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
What is Thanksgiving?
How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity?
What's New Year's Eve coming up?
How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
Why do people don't want to come up here?
And fools hate knowledge.
Only a fool hates knowledge. Let me get my last precept, man. Let me get that in Proverbs 24, and we're going to start at verse number 7 and read down to 1 through 9, man. Because King Solomon was the wisest man. This man wrote over, what, 1,000 proverbs? This man knew the ins and outs. We're standing up here crying, who wants to hear the words of the Lord, man? But people shrug the shoulder, they turn away like it says. They don't want to hear the words of God, but they say they believe in God, man. You can't believe in God and not want to hear God's words, man. Give me that real quick in Proverbs 24 and 7, man. Start at verse 7.
Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 7. Wisdom is too high for a fool.
A lot of people don't want to come up here.
Wisdom is too high for a fool.
Wisdom is too high for a fool. When you even talk about the Bible, people start to zone out. This is how you know, like we always say, a devil's in the room, man. When you don't want to hear the words of God. Speak to me what you think. That is, guess what? The devil, man. And we're going to come out here and speak, thus saith the Lord. What is thus saith the Lord? Opening up this Bible and speaking what the Lord put on these men's heart, man. Give me verse number 8 now.
Verse 8. He that deviseth to do evil shall be called a mischievous person. The thought of foolishness is sin.
Even the thought of foolishness is sin, man. That's why we tell people all the time, man, we're not perfect, man. Even that wicked thought. When you see, and I'm guilty of that, and I can admit my fault, man. When you see a woman and you have a foolish thought, that is sin, man. And I'm guilty of that, and I'm not even scared to confess my fault, man. Because I'm not going to try to hide my sins, man. I'm going to confess it to these brethren, and Most High will, like it says, what is that, James, that the prayer of a righteous man. That's right. The prayer of a righteous man availeth much, man, that the Most High hear his prayer and get me back on the narrow path, man. That's why we got to be brothers in this thing, man. We got to talk to one another, man. We got to pray for one another. Hell, might even bust a fast together, brother. Give me verse number 9.
Verse 9. The thought of foolishness is sin, and the scorner is an abomination to men.
Even the scorner is an abomination to men. Even a scoffer. Don't nobody like a scoffer. Hell, you might have somebody scoffing down whenever, and you're going to have somebody say, see, that's something that I strongly dislike. Scoffers. How long, like Solomon said, how long you going to keep scoffing against the Bible, man? There's only one true God, his name is Yahweh. And his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, who the world calls Jesus Christ, man. And we're coming out here to let you so-called blacks, Hispanic, Latino, Native Americans, that you are indeed the Israelites of the Bible, that you are God's chosen people, that it's high time to awake out that spiritual sleep, that it's high time to come back to your God, and it's high time to keep the commandments, man, to get that protection, man. Because all hell is coming to America, man. Jacob's trouble's coming. You're going to have a time of trouble like no other, man. And you're going to need a savior, man, because you can't save yourself.
That's right.
So that's why we tell people all the time, man, come up here, understand what the Lord wants you to do, man. Like it says, I want you to have small understanding and fear God. Small understanding and fear God, man. But with that, man, give it all glory and honor, of course, to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, man. Call me Astrala.
Come here, Sherrod.
Call me Astrala.
Come here, Sherrod.
All praise to the Most High, man.